Merry meet Pisces, Pisces sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign, or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all Pisces starting today, the 22nd of September, 2024. Happy solstice, happy equinox, everybody. This is Ariel, and today I'm reading with Tarot Nuage, and I've already purified with this 300-year-old formula for Eau de Cologne. You can find in the video description of this video on YouTube a link to purchase the tarot deck and also a link to the video that shows you how to make the cologne should you desire to do so. We are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube are the lovely Honeypaw and the lovely Shirley. Moderating on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, moderators. And thank you to all of you Pisces and friends of Pisces for joining us for this 2-week reading. I've got some shuffling to do. Shouldn't take too long. We'll get right to your reading. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. And if you're watching us on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. Remember, you can watch on Twitch without any ads when you subscribe to us there. If you'd like to donate to this channel, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga. paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're on YouTube, you could use a super sticker or super chat. This deck is just a teeny bit longer than the normal tarot deck, so my hands are like having a little trouble today. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, if you're oh yes, this goes out to a lot of Pisces. So if for some reason this doesn't seem like it's applying to you, it doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. It's probably just not meant for you. So disregard the reading at that time and instead check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs. And also we have a daily reading for all signs Wednesday through Sunday. You can go to our website, arielscorner.com, and just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu and find all the restreams of the most recent tarot readings. All right, let's see. Let's do maybe one more shuffle. I think this should do it. Give our deck a nice clean cut here. And then let's see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Pisces. Well, we've got the Knight of Wands. That's nice. The Seven of Swords is fabulous. And the Seven of Wands is fabulous. Aren't you doing great? Wow. Okay. So this 2 weeks is all about turnaround and upgrade. Turnaround and upgrade. The first turnaround and upgrade is happening sort of now-ish. And that's turning around something awful or something yucky or something annoying, right? Something not so great that was kind of bad and now is just turning into something great. It's like it's like alchemy. You're taking it and allowing it to just really upgrade, to really turn around and not putting up with anything other than the best, not accepting anything but the best. And that's wonderful. It's you know, it's all you. That's you being amazing. Okay. So, but the next upgrade is something great turning into something even greater. So you turn something awful into something good, and then something good into something fabulous. So it just never seems to end with you this couple weeks. All of the turnaround, all of the beautification, all of the upgrades. So upgrading from conflict to resolution and then upgrading within your work. It's all about your work today. The Knight of Wands says that you've been getting some assistance or allowing yourself to be helped. I think maybe some of you in your work or whatever it doesn't have to be your work as far as career. I mean, for many of you it is, but not all of you. Some of you, your work is not necessarily monetarily compensated all the time. It's more something just, well, whatever it is, all of you, whether it's with money or not, it's something really important to you. Anyway, so many of you were going through a period of time where it was, I have to do it all myself. Everything's all about me. So it all comes down, not necessarily egotistically, it's all about me, but it all comes down to me. It's almost like I don't want to burden other people. So I just better take care of it all myself. And it looks like you've totally gotten over that and said, whoa, okay, it's okay to be helped. It's okay to have assistance. In fact, it's okay to have a lot of assistance. And the more assistance that I have, the more I can leverage my time and the more I can enjoy things. And the assistance doesn't always come in the form of people, but if it does, that's great. You're learning how to delegate. But some of it just comes in the form of being inspired or coming or being shown new ways to do things that are easier and more efficient. Whatever it is, the assistance is something that you're learning and have learned to accept. And I think that's part of the reason why all these turnarounds can happen, is because you're not so overloaded. You're not as overloaded as you once were. So it's encouraging you to do more and more and more of that, because the universe never wants you to be overloaded. That's not the goal. It's for you to be overloaded. The goal is for you to be happy and successful and just be your fabulous self. This is wonderful. Okay, well, let's open everything up. I have a feeling that it's going to be even better. The World, wouldn't you know? 5 of Wands, good. I like the 5 of Wands. 9 of Swords, meh. Well, it's just such a Pisces thing to have. Especially when things are going well. When things are going well, then it's like, uh-oh. So this is the tendency that you want to avoid, okay? And just be aware. And to avoid it, all that means is be aware of it and laugh at it. The tendency when things really turn around for you and really start going the way that you want it to go, just notice the immediate tendency is to go, uh-oh, it's going to really get bad. It can't get good without some bad. And it's just not true. It's just not true. That's pure worry. Now, you can make it true if you want to, which I know you don't. But just when that comes up this next time, just recognize it as a worry, not as a reality. It's not a premonition. But it could be a self-fulfilling prophecy if you leave it alone. And you don't want that. Why bother with all of that? So remember that worry is not your friend. It's not necessary. It's not helpful. It doesn't do a good thing for you or anybody else. So if you start getting worried about your success when you're being successful, laugh at that. Laugh at it and drop it. Just drop it. Know that that's not the case. You don't need to perpetuate that myth that when things go really well for you, that means that it's going to be bad. That's not true. It's not true in this case at all. In fact, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. And I think it's going to be a wonderful time for you, Pisces, to rewrite that law in you, because you've had this law, and it's probably because there's been a lot of evidence to support it, in your upbringing and things, that you can't have anything good without paying for it by having some pain, that kind of thing. Let's rewrite that law and just say that my good can perpetuate and it can keep getting better and better. And that doesn't make it be balanced to have bad with good. That's not what balance is all about. Balance is the kind of balance you want to go for is the balance of work and rest. That's balanced. But inspiration and worry, that's not balanced. That's not balanced. It's just that's a distortion. That's a distortion of the truth. But what you do want to recognize is that 9s are lunar in nature, and they are magnetic in nature. And especially with you, because your magnetism as a rule is so powerful, you don't have you don't want to give yourself the luxury of worry, because you don't want to do that, because like I said before, it's not fate. You're not fated to have bad things happen because good things are happening. But it can be a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you're better at that than anybody. You're very powerful. Everybody is. All the signs are powerful in their own right, but one of your superpowers is magnetism. You can pull all kinds of stuff to you. So it's really up to you to do everything you can to discipline your mind and your emotions to be able to accept the success that's coming, and accept that success doesn't come with a price tag that is pain. That's a rule you want to unwrite. You want to rip up that rule. And the way you do it is just by noticing it and laughing at it. If you can notice it and laugh at it, it dispels it. The minute you laugh, you can't really think and laugh at the same time. If something is making you laugh, you can't worry at the same time you're laughing. You can try, but it won't work. If you're really allowing yourself to see the funny and to laugh, the worry has to dispel. And so that's a great tool for you. Now, the World card is telling you that not only does the universe want you to have the world, not only is the world your oyster, and yes, you are God's gift to the world. Yes, you are. And the world is God's gift to you. And don't worry about the word God. You use whatever word works for you. But not only is that true, but you are also protected by these cherubic angelic forces. Now, those cherubic angelic forces can't force you to think a certain way. They can't force you into anything, but they're there for you to protect you. But you have to ask for that. You have to invoke them. You have to give them permission. So do it. Let that be your daily morning ritual in whatever way works for you, to call upon the angelic protection that is already with you. It's already with you, but you want to activate it. You want to turn it on. You want to flip that switch. And when you do that, then you can walk about your life safely, and you don't have to worry, and you don't have to be upset about things and think, uh-oh, good thing, because you got, if you realize that you have that idea that, oh, I can't have it too good, or I'm going to have to pay for it with pain. If you realize that you have that, then you can understand why you don't want to let the good in. So it's just a good thing for that to come up so you can release it. Now, this 5 of Wands is crowning your reading, and that's saying don't be afraid of your anger. Don't be afraid of it, because your anger is not destructive in this, not right now anyway. I mean, it probably can be, but that's not what this is about right now. Right now, what it's about is you being frustrated enough to change things. If you're being irritable, if you get angry, if you're frustrated with things, look at it as a wonderful release. As a wonderful release. And do something constructive with it. Go for a run, or do some yoga, or pound a pillow, or whatever you have to do to get that energy moving. But recognize that it's there for you so that you can say, I'm not putting up with anything anymore. I'm not putting up with anything anymore. You remember what you have. You have all the power to turn everything around. So if you notice that you start getting worried about the future, and that's annoying to you that's happening, good. Be annoyed with that. Let that annoyance be the thing that drives you to break up that thought form. And remember, the best way to break up that thought form is to laugh. So if you can have a little temper tantrum over it, and if you have a temper tantrum in the right way, especially if you're all by yourself so it's not being toxic to other people, but I'll tell you, with me, if I have a temper tantrum and I really go for it, it does end up cracking me up because it's so ridiculous by the time I look at it, right? I do end up laughing. So let that anger turn to laughter and break up the worry thought form, which has absolutely no basis in reality anymore. It may have been a thing in the past based on your upbringing or whatever, but it really has no place for you anymore. Worry is no longer one of your ways of being, modes of being. Just remind yourself, I don't worry anymore. I gave it up. Just like I gave up smoking, I gave up swearing, or whatever your thing is that you gave up. I gave up worry. I gave it up. I'm not doing it anymore. It's a habit. It's just an old habit. It's much more detrimental than smoking. Much more detrimental than swearing. Right? It's because you're so magnetic. So you just remind yourself that you gave it up. You don't do that anymore. And if you get a little angry about the fact that thought form is there, use that anger to your benefit. But again, don't hang on to the anger. Just use it as a catalyst to move through it and get to the other side. Because what you're supposed to be focusing on is all this amazing upgrade, turnaround, upgrade, success. It's all for you. The world is your oyster. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Honeypaw, Shirley, and Dre. We'll see you in a couple weeks for another reading, Pisces. Until then, blessed be.